Is carnivore going to give me colon cancer? This is a common question that I get a lot. And it's a legitimate concern because it has been demonized, and this claim has been made. But let me give you a little bit of an analogy here just to help put it into context. I mean, think about lions, tigers, bears, wolves, things that prefer to eat red meat, like they could eat it every single day of their life. Why are they not dropping dead of colon cancer? Are they not animals? Do they not have a similar gut lining, similar, body and metabolism? They're made of red meat and subcutaneous, fat that is saturated fat, just like humans. I mean, if you stripped us down, if you took our skeleton away, what are we made of? We're red meat. So if red meat is truly that bad, so you're saying that we just are innately born with bad, we're just made of? No, we're not. And I've seen too much. I'm a pharmacist, and I've been doing this for 16 years. I've seen too many examples of people switching to an elimination diet. It doesn't have to be carnivore. Carnivore, in my opinion, is the best one, and the reason why is because it gives your body a premium source of fuel without any possible thing that could irritate the lining of your gut, that could cause inflammation. And even in people I've known that have diagnosed gut diseases, whether that be Crohn's disease, or whether it be colitis, or whether it be IBS, leaky gut, food sensitivities, the list goes on, or whether it be an autoimmune condition that isn't technically a gut diagnosis, they'll go on an elimination diet of sorts and get massive relief, like bigger relief from that dietary change than from any medication, from any doctor, from any other single thing that they could do. And I've seen it so many times, and then I experienced it for myself. I got very sick. I ended up in the hands of a rheumatologist. I ended up on all these medications, believing they would work. They didn't. I continued to get worse and worse over the course of a decade plus, until finally they actually told me I wasn't going to be around much longer if something didn't change. By this time, I'd already been diagnosed with multiple autoimmune diagnoses, all inflammatory and chronic, systemic chronic inflammation, things like ankylosing spondylitis, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis. And it was only getting worse. It was affecting me literally head to toe. And that's when eventually it got so scary. I got so desperate when they're telling me I could die, and I'm like in my 30s, 3 young kids at home, and I got so desperate that I'm like, you know what? Like, I was kind of afraid to even try this whole meat-only carnivore diet. But now that I've understood that it's an elimination diet, and that it's getting rid of a bunch of problematic foods, and it's actually giving my body what I am composed of: red meat, saturated fat. Let's give it a chance. Let's give it 30 days just to see if it works. And it blew my mind. I got the most relief from that inflammation within just 2 weeks, more so than even the most powerful, even like the biologic drugs that are massively immunosuppressive that they use these days. And I was in disbelief. I literally couldn't believe it. And now 6 years later, still doing it. I feel great. I'm not even on a baby aspirin for inflammation. I fired my rheumatologist at least 4 or 5 years ago. And now I can't shut up about it, because it seems like every year that goes by, there's more and more people coming in with these gut diagnoses and autoimmune diagnoses and weird diseases that used to be rare, and now they're just like very common. Like every other person you talk to's got something, and they're getting no relief. Well, the one thing a lot of those people have in common is the diet. A lot of them are on the standard American diet, and they have no idea how detrimental that is, how much fuel that's adding to that inflammation. And so my challenge to you today is, if you know anybody that's this sounds similar to, or if that's you, give it 30 days. I don't even care if it's carnivore. Just go on an elimination diet. Go on things like whole foods, single ingredient. If it's in a package and you turn it around and it has more than, say, 2 ingredients, just don't get it. Just go on an elimination diet where you're eating whole foods, single ingredient for at least 30 days. You be the judge. You tell me if that works. If you want to go a little further, try carnivore. I promise you, it's fulfilling, it tastes great, it's satisfying, and it is the most anti-inflammatory diet I could have ever imagined. I could not believe how powerful it was. So anyway, guys, hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the chat. Please share this with somebody today if they need to hear it. And until next time, stay good.